Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. It's the day after I gave you a blockbuster video where I told you guys about my visit to Chelsea's training ground in Cobham. If you haven't caught that already, you know what to do. Check it out here after you're done with this. But today we take our observations, let's say, and put it into this preview. Now, again, just like yesterday, and I want to clarify a few things. I'm not going to reveal what training was like. I'm not going to do that just for the sake of the team that I support, right? I'm not going to come on here of a channel where 128,000 of you are subscribed. Big up to all of you. And for those that are not, make sure you hit that button and get the number higher. How's that? But for a large audience like that, I'm not going to come on here and just reveal all about a training session that can give some sort of an advantage to the opposition. You never know. Things can get clipped. They can get sent. They can get, information that none of us would want out, despite Chelsea's flaws. This is where I feel like I have to be balanced here, right? And I'm going to be honest, and I did see a lot of your comments, by the way. I do want to clarify this, saying there's a few of you that reckon, oh, he's met the players now, he's met Graham Potter, that's it, he's gonna sell out, he's gonna stop speaking his mind, he's gonna... Trust me, look, if there's one thing that I will never do, right, just to put you guys at ease, is to sell out, is to not speak my mind, is to come on here and lie to you guys and pretend everything's okay. That is not me, and you will never find that from me. So just to rest you guys assured, trust me, it's all okay. But what I am going to do, whether we do well or we don't, after the game, I will tell you what I saw at the session, and I will relate it to how we see the performance go down tomorrow against Newcastle. If the things that I've seen happen or don't happen, we get a win, I will mention. If the things that I've seen that I like and that I don't like happen, and we lose or we draw, I will still mention them, and I'll make sure that everything is relevant, right? So, without further ado, let's jump into this preview. Newcastle United versus Chelsea. I'm going to be completely real, and you can take this as a... not as an indicator, but you can take this as just overall how I'm feeling. Despite me meeting the players yesterday, Graham Potter, seeing the session, I am not confident going into this game. I'm not. Why? Very, very simple. I think Newcastle will be able to find the net. I don't think we will. That's it. When it comes to being clinical, I still think the problem's there. No matter who you select, no matter what you try and do, I just think we are not good enough to score goals. That's it. We're not clinical enough when the chances come, and sometimes we don't even create the chances. So whenever we can't create the chances, there's a problem, and whenever we do have a way to create chances, we don't bury them. Whether it's from 2 yards out, 5 yards out, 10 yards out, we don't bury them. And I'll give you more info in the match review tomorrow, after the game, depending on how we do. Hopefully somehow we find the net. That would be great. I'll come on here and tell you all the positives. If we don't, then I will come on here and tell you the negatives. It's as simple as that. So we'll wait and see. But Newcastle right now are a team to be feared. Not in a sense of, oh my God, let's be absolutely frightened of them. No, but they are doing absolutely everything that they need to be. They have stability. They have a team that's playing together. They have mentality, they have a group that have bonded, they have motivation, they have clear instruction, they have a way of playing, they are sticking to it, it's effective, they are confident, they are getting wins, they are getting results. You could say for Chelsea, on every single point I just mentioned, it's the complete opposite. And Newcastle right now are going into this game having won 4 in a row. 4 in a row, currently sitting third. Chelsea have not won in the last 4. The last game that we won was 5 games ago. We've not won a domestic game since 5 games ago, right? It's not good at all. We are in the worst form since Antonio Conte's 17-18 season. Whereas Newcastle are in the form of their lives. This time last season, they were bottom of the league. Can we just put that into perspective, please? They were bottom of the league. And all of a sudden, they find themselves third. Why? They didn't even spend insanely. You know, yes, they plucked out good signings here and there, but they got in players like Trippier. And then they got in a Bruno Guimaraes. And, you know, it's not exactly going after, I don't know, you know, Pedri. Someone who is probably worth an astronomical amount. But they've made clear-cut signings. Scouting has been on the money. Eddie Howe's come in and he's done a great job with him. And right now it looks like everything is absolutely in cohesion. Chelsea do not have that. And the one thing that I'm worried about tomorrow, alongside the fact that we can't shoot, right? We can't take our chances, no matter who it is are we even going to be motivated enough to rock up to St. James's Park? You know, are we going to be too relaxed? That's my fear. My fear is that we're going to be too relaxed. We're going to be too chilled. And even if the players think that they're going in with we're going to do this, lads, let's go and do this. Even if they do, the moment the referee blows the whistle, my fear is that the lads are just going to cave. You know, tuck in within and go, oh my God, you know, get the ball. Oh no, don't know what to do with it. Then there's no one running. There's no options. Oh, don't know. Chance comes, I'll just hit it and hope, you know. And then my other fear related to that point is Graham Potter, the staff, the touchline. I want to see. I'm not asking for animation just for the sake of it. I'm not looking for someone to just do this all game and pretend that they're going on a madness just for the sake of the cameras. Couldn't care less. I want, when things are not looking good, I want someone to stick a boot up the backside of these players. Which I have to say, so far, we're not seeing that. Newcastle tomorrow is not going to be an easy game. And the moment that mistakes are being made that shouldn't be made, I want to see Potter. Grill him. Don't be scared. Grill him. Grill him. I can understand sometimes some managers think that it's the wrong approach. Some managers think, if I do that, they're going to get angry with me. I might lose them even more. They might lose their heads. Cool. But that's where you got to understand your players. That's where you got to start to understand exactly what the characters and mentalities of the players are. You got to know that. And for a big club like Chelsea, I mean, even we have an idea of the personalities of the players, and I confirmed quite a lot of them with you yesterday. Graham Potter, in the space of 6-7 weeks, should be able to understand exactly what would be nice to say and what's nice and what's not nice to say to some of the lads. How do you motivate them? Do you motivate them by giving them the harsh treatment? Do you motivate them by putting an arm around them? Those little things you work out player to player. You know, and overall as a team, you got to make it clear that it's a collective. If you grill them and you're angry, it's for the team. I'm not pinking out any one of you individually. I'm just peed off and I'm going to let you know about it. And I hope that's his case, because I'm not getting that vibe. I'm not getting that vibe. And this is where I'm scared that Newcastle are going to come out the blocks tomorrow and the players are not really going to be told anything about it. You know, for them, it might start going wrong. And there's no one to correct them, or no one to tell them, or no one to yell at them, or no one to make it clear to them that, this can't fly. This cannot fly. We cannot lose this game. We can't. If we lose, we could. Look, realistically, Newcastle are 3rd, Chelsea are 7th. We could end up 10th at the end of tomorrow. We could. That's if Fulham get a result against Manchester United. Shout out to Willian. If he is to get a good impression against United, we'll see. But Liverpool, Fulham and Palace, if they win their games, could end up above Chelsea if Chelsea lose. We can end up 10th going into the World Cup. It's going to be mid-November and we'd be 10th in the Premier League table. That can't fly. It cannot. It cannot. So we'll wait and see. And even if we draw, other teams can catch us. So we have to get a result, and I'm just hoping that's going to be the case, but I really, really cannot say for certain. I'm not confident. Talking about the team news, seems like Jorginho is going to be available because he picked up a little knock on his foot. He's going to be available. So in terms of how do we approach this game, the one thing about Newcastle to know is that I think they're going to come at us. I don't think they're going to sit back. I don't think it's going to be defensive. They're going to come at us. They're going to play. They're going to have that confidence. They're going to have that speed. Callum Wilson could be a doubt, so he might not play. We'll see. St. Maximin has returned, so that's always a problem for us because in terms of the pace and trying to keep up with someone like that, it's always a problem. We struggle at Newcastle. We always do. And they have a good block. They have a very, very good block of players that are together and they know exactly what each other do. Whereas with us, we look fragmented. We look slow. We look a bit all over the place. So when looking at Newcastle, how do we set up? I don't want us to go to a back three. We don't have the tools to play wing backs right now. And we don't have the tools to just sit back and defend and not really come up with anything up top and just try and hope that we're not gonna lose. I would honestly take a different approach tomorrow, just to try and stick something up the backside of these players and to tell them to go for it and create as many chances as we can. If we try and put them on the back foot, maybe we can salvage something. But that is what my approach would be. Maybe it's suicidal. Maybe we'd get battered 4-0 if we do that. I don't know. But talking about the lineup, without further ado, let's get into the starting 11 and what I would do. And in the meantime, I will tell you what I think Potter's going to do. So let's get into it. This is my starting 11. Let's start off with, in goal, we'll go Edouard Mendy, because Mendy is going to be the goalkeeper tomorrow. Shout out to Kepa for winning Save of the Month. He picked up that award whilst injured at Cobham, so shout out to Kepa and congratulations to him. Also, talking about the congratulations, everyone that's getting a World Cup place, well done to all of you. Mount and Gallagher for England were the ones selected to go to the World Cup. There's been some other names that have been selected to go to the World Cup. You know all the obvious names. So congrats to all of them. But Aspie is another one that I think a lot of people didn't have down as going to the World Cup, and he's been selected. So congrats to Aspie, massive congrats. He deserves it at least one last time, you know. So Aspie, for me, I'd play at right back. I'd go to a back four. Cucurella, left back. Go to a back four, right? The central defenders, I would go Chalobah and I would go none other than Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva was funny yesterday talking about that. I didn't mention it in the video, but my dad told him, you right now, you're the best defender in the world. And Thiago was like, oh, thank you very much. Thank you, very sweet. But honestly, Thiago Silva and Chalobah for me would be the two in the central defence pairing. I feel like if we just go with three defenders, yes, based on how Newcastle play, you can man mark them, right? Three central defenders on their front three. And then the wing-backs coming back to assist. But I just know if we go to wing-backs, we're going to do a madness and probably play, I don't know, Sterling or Pulisic at wing-back. You know, and I still think even if we went with Cucurella and, let's say, Loftus-Cheek, I just don't think it'd be strong enough. Right now, look, I feel like if Aspie at right-back, Cucurella at left-back, yes, does it leave us maybe a little bit more open? Perhaps, but I feel like getting another attacker on the pitch to try and make something happen would be more beneficial than just trying to defend and just hope that Newcastle don't do a thing, because I feel it takes away from our attack, and we kind of need to help our attack right now. We ain't scoring. We're not doing much. We're not clinical. We need options. So for me, look, for tomorrow, I feel like there's not much to lose. Go to a back four. Because it's a back four, I've thought about how to add some protection, and I would go with Zachariah in the DM. So DM, if he has to, track back and hope to help the two central defenders. Become a centre-back three if you have to, but he's got to be working. The one good thing that we saw is that he can move quick, he's energetic and he's strong. Defensively, he's strong. Maybe on the ball, there's work to do in terms of distribution, build-up. Yes, there's work to do, but right now, look, let the rest of the team do all of that. If we can just move the ball forward, then let the attack do what they got to do. Let the other midfielders do what they got to do. Let the wingers defend, help, and then attack. We'll get to that. But Zachariah, for me, just to add some defensive stability and to try and close off the lanes. Try and close off those half spaces if Bruno Gomares, for example. If I was manager, I'd be telling Zachariah, do not let Bruno go anywhere. Just stay with him all game. Just stay with him all game. The rest will sort the rest out. Your job is to make life hard for Bruno Gomares and to absolutely frustrate the hell out of him to the point where he wants to punch you in the face. And if he does, he gets sent off. I would do that. That's what I would do. Anyway, I'll get to what I think Graham Potter is going to do very, very shortly. Ahead of Zachariah, I would go with the midfield eights of Mason Mount and Lewis Hall. I would play Lewis Hall, and I'd play him as an 8 in his preferred position because he showed us what you could do against Man City as a wing-back. I would play him in his natural position. That is his natural position. Play him there. I trust him. I feel he brings flair. I feel he brings intelligence. He's quick on the ball. He's got quick mind. He makes his decisions fast. The only thing that we saw that was a little bit, was he again, just like the others, he wasn't clinical. He didn't finish, right? When he had the chance to score, he didn't bury it. But right now, in terms of actually trying to make something happen, Lewis Hall, alongside Mason Mount as the 2-8s, I think would be good. That's what I would do. Again, I'll come to what Graham Potter, I think, is going to do. Left wing, Pulisic, for sure. Right wing, Ziyech. And those two, I feel like are deserving to play. Pulisic needs to be more clinical. Ziyech was robbed of a couple of assists in the last game. I would allow them to keep playing because they showed more than what I think we would do if we had Sterling on the pitch, for example, and if we tried to get someone else playing on the flank, like if we tried to stick Mason Mount out wide or Havertz out wide. For me, Pulisic, Ziyech, at least from what we've seen recently, is just better than what we've had as of late. So you know what? Play him. And Ziyech, hopefully, can be the surprise factor in terms of trying to do something from nothing, maybe puts it top corner from a distance. He's capable of that. Right now, I will take anything in terms of looking at the aspects of these players and how they can score goals, because that is the key here. How can they score? We saw chances against Manchester City and we didn't bury them. I think Aubameyang, and I've heard a lot of people go with Broja. If we are going to be playing, I'd say fairly defensive, and then trying to catch Newcastle on the break, if they were to play with a high line, Broja is the man that you want. But for me, that's it. For now, that's it. I feel like with the players that played against Man City, some of the chances that we did end up creating, I feel like if you had Aubameyang in that 6-yard box, he's slotting it in. Surely. Because if he's not, we're screwed. At that point, we're screwed. So I would trust Aubameyang with Pulisic and Ziyech to provide for him. And then we'll see what happens. If he's still struggling, bring on Broja later on and we can see if that's going to work. Now, in terms of what I think Graham Potter's going to do, I think he's going to go to a back 3 or back 5, if you want to say that. I think his selection will be Chalobah, Thiago Silva, Koulibaly. Yeah, I would say some people are probably going to say Cucurella at left centre-back, Lewis Hall at left wing-back. I don't think Lewis Hall's going to start tomorrow. I think Graham Potter will think that's just too much of a risk. Personally, I don't think it is. I think I trust Lewis Hall. But I think Graham Potter's going to go with Chalobah, Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, Cucurella left wing-back, Loftus-Cheek right wing-back, I think he's going to do. Jorginho Kovacic in midfield as the double pivot. And then I think he's going to go Mason Mount, Sterling and Aubameyang. Or Kai Havertz. Watch out for Kai Havertz up top, possibly. But I think he'll go with Aubameyang. Sterling and Mason Mount on each side. That's what I think he's going to do. That's my prediction for what he's going to do and what I would do. Let me know what you think down below. But that would be my starting 11. And in terms of a score prediction, guys, I'm going to be real. I'm going to be completely real with you guys. You guys, I did tell you the last, when was it? The last, was it Arsenal, where I told you guys I thought we were going to draw 2-2. And I was trying to be a little bit, I don't want to say we're going to lose, but I know we're not winning, that's for sure. And we didn't, we lost. So I said 2-2 to try and be a little bit optimistic. I'm going to go in the opposite direction today. I think it's going to finish Newcastle 2, Chelsea 0. I don't see us scoring. Let me just say that now. I do not see us scoring. I do see Newcastle scoring. They're going to be at home. They're going to be pumped up for it. They're third. They've got eyes on Man City. They are in a place that they've never been in before. They are going to be motivated as hell. And you know what? I hope Chelsea are going to be motivated. That's what I'm going to say. I hope they're going to get a kick up the backside. Not just in terms of the players motivating themselves, but I'm expecting some sort of work from the touchline here. I'm expecting Potter to do what he's got to do, even if it means not being Mr. Nice Guy, to tell these players exactly how they can get the job done if they really want it. But let's hope we have a way. Let's hope we have a system. Let's hope we have motivation. Let's hope we go out there with a point to prove to show that we're not rubbish. Let's go and get a result against Newcastle. It would be a mega result. But overall, if I'm thinking logically, I'm thinking 2-0 Newcastle. Honestly, because I don't see where the goals are going to come from. That's just the truth. I don't see it. So let me know down below. How do you see it happening? Let me know your predictions, your teams. Much appreciated. And then I will see all of you tomorrow after it's all said and done. And then I will be mentioning what I've seen in that training session alongside if the game ends positively or if it ends negatively. And I'll make the comparisons and we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'll see all of you after the game where hopefully we pick up 3 points. Let me know your thoughts down below. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you have enjoyed this. I'll see you guys tomorrow, people. In a bit, take care and peace.